Hi everybody, it's Donna from Donna'sDreamWorks.blogspot.com, and I'm back again for Ready, Set, Go for Christmas. This is episode 7. Sorry it's been so long, but as I mentioned on my blog, we decided that we were going to sell our house, and within 1 week we decided we were having an open house this past weekend. And although I don't live in a messy house, it certainly wasn't what you would call show condition. So we have been really out straight trying to get things a little depersonalized and make sure there's not any clutter and so on and so forth. It went pretty well. We have had some people through, and we'll hope to get some more. But in the meantime, back to some Christmas cards. It's nice to get back to doing some scrapping and some card work. Plus, I have another craft fair the first part of December, so I'd better get busy. Today I'm going to make a Christmas card using some letters cut with the Cricut and this stamp. I love this snowman stamp. He looks so happy to see it snowing, unlike what I would look like. And this is a Great Impressions stamp, had for a number of years. I don't think it has a year that it came out on it, but anyway. So this is what we're going to use for basically our focal image, but only a little part of them. So I have a piece of scrap white paper here, and I'm just going to stamp him, and really, I'm going to do it this way so I can kind of see where I'm inking. I'm really only interested in getting like the top half of him stamped. And I'm using a VersaFine ink. And we'll just get them stamped on here. Okay, very good. Now, I'm going to be making this card a regular A2 size, and I'm using a white cardstock base. And we're going to start by adding some pattern paper. And now this is a foiled paper. I hope it doesn't mess with the camera too much. This is paper from the new Recollections paper pad for the holidays, put out by WD, oh gosh, wait a minute, I'll get it. I feel like Kathy over at Paper Phenomenon, who can never say it either. But anyway, Die Cuts with a View, DCWV, yay, I got it. This has such beautiful paper in it. Look at this sparkly snowflakes. But I must say, in following some blogs, and of course a lot of people are making Christmas cards, I have seen some really great paper packs put out this year. There's one I saw the other day that was like a vintage Christmas pack, and it was really, really pretty. Some different kinds of patterns, and not just the bright reds and greens, but I think this paper too is really pretty. So that's what I'm using, and this is one of the stripes from there. And we're going to just get this adhered right down. And my ATG gun has been giving me fits lately, but so far it worked. Okay, there. That's pretty. And then I have a piece of white cardstock that is 5 inches, which is the width, a 1/4 inch smaller than the striped paper, 5 inches by 2 inches. And we're going to run that through the Cuttlebug embossing folder, the snowflake folder. So I'm just going to put this in. And get the Cuttlebug over here. And the plates. And that's your A plate, your B plate, your embossing folder, and your other B plate. Okay. And there you have it. Okay, now this is going to be going on the center of the card, like so. Alright, so I think before we attach that down, I'm going to give it a little bit of a contrast around the edge with just a little red ink, so it's not so stark white against that red and green stripe. Not much. I really just want a hint. Okay, it'll go like so. All right, now the next thing I want to do is continue with our snowman. I let him dry a little bit before I went to color him because I did not use a StazOn ink. And this ink will run if it gets too wet, so I just gave it a few extra minutes to dry. So we're just going to do a little bit of coloring. He doesn't take a lot of coloring. And I'm using this is a Tombow marker. I mentioned before I haven't really got into some of these newer markers. Coloring is really not my forte, but it's kind of fun once in a while. I often say I flunked coloring when I was in kindergarten because I'm left-handed, and of course everything was being done backwards to me. So, and we're going to basically try to keep as much with the red and greens as possible because obviously that's the color of our background paper. And I'm going to color these out here, although we won't see them on the card. And we have some orange for his carrot nose. And a little blue to give him a little bit of a shadow. Give him a little bit of definition. And a little black to bring out his buttons that are underneath that scarf. Okay, and that's all there is to coloring him. Now we're going to go back with our Cuttlebug again, and I probably should have done this while I had it out, and we're going to use the A, the B, and the C this time because we're going to cut them out. And I have the smallest of the scallop circles here, and I'm just going to put it so that I'm getting a good portion of his head, like that. And we'll make our sandwich. And there we go. Okay, and so again I'm going to take a little bit of this red ink and go around the edge of the scallop circle, because this is actually going to be like white on white, so you really need to, whenever you're going to use something that is the same color, you really need to do something to define the shape. Alright, I think what I'm going to do for my snowman is to pop him up on some pop darts. Or some foam, my fun foam. And I think what I'm going to get this layer attached down first before, see if I can make this work. And it's going to tear in a minute, as you can see. But I managed to get it around all four sides. And we'll get this adhered down. And then we'll get our snowman adhered down right in the middle. And then I have two letters that were cut from the Cricut, a J and a Y. Are we getting the idea now? And I'm going to use just a little Tombow Mono that seems to have clogged up. There we are. Again, when you use adhesive on paper that has been embossed, you really need to use a wet adhesive, and you need to give it a little extra touch. Oh gosh. Donna. She put it on the wrong side. Well, I've got more J's, so we'll work on that again later. Because it won't stick very well to the embossing. And actually that'll work out just fine, because I'm going to put glue on the front of the top of this anyway and add some glitter. But it just makes it hard for my fingers to get off of it. And there you go. One other thing that I'm going to do is to just add a strip of green on the bottom. And we'll do that right just my fingers are sticking to the paper now because they were stuck with that glue. And a piece of the burgundy to the top. It's kind of interesting to use different items for letters and things. Anything round, of course, would be perfect for this O and Joy. And there's the card. I'm probably going to add, like I said, a little glitter to the O and the Y, and probably some stickles on some of the snowflakes. This is one I made earlier, and you can see it's a little different. On this one I have the scallops underneath, and this one I have the scallops on top. And this is one I'm making, and instead of the snowman, I used a Christmas ornament, which is part of this big stamp right here. And I just stamped one, cut it out with that same round circle, and this time I punched 2 small holes in it with my, yeah, you know what I mean, hole puncher, and put the ribbon through it to make it look like it was a hanger. So that one will be pretty in the middle of a card also. And they're popped up on Pop Dots. So try using the Joy with some other little things. A wreath would be great, and make some great Christmas cards, and they're not difficult at all to make. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.